Wednesday the 18th, and I've got something to show you. A hose or a tap going off. And I've just got this side up and running today to test it. It's working. Don't know if you can see the drips. So there's one of those every 12 inches across. So far I can cope with all of this side, so whether I can cope with the other side as well at the same time, that's what we're going to have to find out. So everything's doing well. Even got a couple of seedlings there showing, but they'll be pulled out shortly. But stuff has got away now, and a week on from, or 2 weeks on from the stop, and they're starting to look like plants again. I had a feed today, so there's 1 can between 3 plants of nitrogen. For Dahlias, Blighton, softer gleams. You forgot then, Barbary Surprise. Some giants which I've stopped, the ones I hadn't stopped, and I've took the ones I had already stopped down to 3, and I'll stop them probably next week, which will probably put about 10 days between them at least. Mary's and Tricia, so good day. Hopefully the system will work. It's costing me 1/3 of the water bill for the next 3 months for the whole plot of 100 plots, so don't come for nothing, but it's going to save me hours. I think that's the key. This time is more precious to me at the moment than what might be 300 or 400 quid, but we'll find out when we see the water bill. Ta-da. Morning, Wednesday the 25th of June. It's been hot pretty much for the last few weeks, and as you can see I've got the pipes down. It took a while, a couple of days, and they're now running. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, so they'll have a good go at it today, and lots to do today. So we've got the poms that have only had their first stop. I've tended to, in the last few years, a couple of years, probably allow too many breaks coming on them, and they've been a bit close together. So this year obviously they've planted them further apart. They've only had 1 stop. They'll get a second stop probably today or over the next week, because they're not actually budding up yet, so I don't mind. And that will get me somewhere near it. They will bud before I want them to, and I can adjust with how hard I pinch the buds back. Dave's choice is balancing up. It seems to be getting going now. Had to weed that bed, and the mixed row of French beans, which I thought were bush French beans, and looks like they're climbing, and even some seedlings. Pulled a couple up, but amazingly for my 24 plants, when I look at a bud like that, and it's got that little hole in the middle, it makes me think it's a double. The same there. This one, albeit it's clock faced, that hole in the middle there looks like it might be a double. Quite a nice colour. And same with that one almost. That might not be, but to see even 1 double out of 24 will amaze me enough as it is. And then get up to the rest of the plot. See the Abercorn Sunrise is doing well. Mary's, as Mary's does, and they'll be ready for their second stop, albeit I'll probably just do half of them. The giants have all been done, with the exception of the odd plant. So I lost my nerve on the second stops really. I realised that I'd probably left it quite late, so I did it anyway, but left a few that I'll end up probably knocking back. And the first stop ones, well, they've got shoots coming and bigger shoots in there, so hopefully I can still maintain the spread. The later planting of Barbary Surprise is doing well, and they won't be second stopped for another week. And the Blight and Softer Gleamer finally getting away a bit. Now they always seem a bit slow after the stop, but then they get going. So we've got the 2 beds of those obviously that are on the move, and the earlier bed of Barbary Surprise stretching out now, and they'll be ready for their second stop today if I get time. These are doing well. Be a shame to cut them back, but this is the die-ins. So we've got the hopefully dark die-in, Winholm die-in, and these are good plants, nice and strong and moving. So I should probably do half and half. Tracy die-in, the same. And Ruskin die-in likewise. So it's the die-in frame, which is all that one frame with the potentially 4 die-ins in there, are doing well. From not the best plants in the world that I had to start with. I've really struggled to get them to root, but they're getting away now. Feeding happened today, and I've got a new toy for that, which is the Access inline diluter. So I'm going to experiment using that and putting the feed through the pipes. This is the bed of Brins, and you can see I've got 3 stages. I've got the stopped ages ago and big shoots, single stop and shoots are away, and double stopped with them just sitting in. So mostly I think they'll be thereabouts, and they've just started now to put their wings out. We've got some plants that are really getting away. Obviously these are smaller because I've double stopped them, as you can see by the big shoots there being cut off, but they're responding. So I never want them all at the same time, but I do want them in show season. So I might give a spray as well today. There's not much sign of anything, but if I just use a bit of invigorator, then that deals with anything that's there and doesn't do any harm. And then we've got the 2 beds of Nearest Trisha, which again I wish I'd had the time, but I was a bit busy putting irrigation down just to take these down to 4 shoots, just to put a little bit more weight into the resulting stems, but I'll gain that back like that. But then I'll get second stopped today, or half of them will, so it'll be 1 bed. So yeah, sun's shining, the plants are looking okay, the drip lines are going. I'm not walking up and down with watering cans, which that's going to save me probably about 3 hours today with the feeding and watering. And I can get on, and I've also got 20 bales of straw coming at some point this morning, so ready for the mulch. So I'll just spray these, they'll be fed. I'll go through with the hoe and just take out any odd weeds, which isn't many, and hopefully make a start on mulching, which I'd like to complete by this time next week, if not this time next week, and then that job's done. Wish me luck. So that's today's done. Didn't get time to stop the poms. The straw did arrive, so it's stacked up ready to use. Except the piping has been on most of the day. I'll just give each plant a hand drink as well. Trying to get the bloody diluter to work, but it didn't. So I've stopped half the Nearest Trisha. It's all hacked back. Have a bed next time, and then through the die-ins half of the ruskin, half of the traces, half of the winolm, and half of the dark. And I'll do the other half next week. This whole bed of surprise has been done. The bright and softer gleam I'll do in the next couple of days. Just want to give them a little bit more growth, and then I'll do them all at once. That's the next week for the other surprise. And I've done half the Mary's Germander and half the Apricorn Sunrise, so should be about there. I think it had its spray, it's been well watered. That was this spoils from the straw out the back of the van, so that's going to be the job for the next few days now, getting the straw down. See you then. Thursday the 26th, managed to nip down here and stop the palms. The plants think we've enjoyed their good drink yesterday. Those look better in the morning. And the good news is I've got the feeder working. It's now emptied. I've pushed all the feed through, but it's working. And my test pot, it's not Lucasade, but it shows you the colour that is coming out from the drippers, because it was collected directly under a dripper. So it seems to be working at about the rate I want it to, which is good. And I even had time this morning to put some straw down. The ones I cut back yesterday have now disappeared, and those are yet to do, but always happy. Got some straws down. See how we get going.